Namaskar. Welcome to another episode of Editorial. You see, the Parliament is the temple of our democracy. And somewhere down the line, in the last couple of decades, we've been seeing our Parliament decay. Let's talk about our Parliament. Let's talk about what's happening in the Parliament right now. Let's talk about the Parliament being adjourned after adjourned, not 1 hour of actual productive work. Let's talk about all of that. Let's get right into the show. So, the Congress party has called for a complete halt in Parliament proceedings till such time that the Parliament decides to discuss the Department of Justice indictment of Adani Group. Congress said और कुछ बात नहीं करेगा, ये बात करेंगे.
There can be no point of order when the House is in disorder. The House is in disorder. The House stands adjourned to meet at 11 a.m. on Thursday.
सदन को चलने दीजिए. सदन का महत्वपूर्ण सदन समय है. देश देख रहा है पूरा. अपने सीट पर बैठिए प्लीज. सभा की कार्रवाई गुरुवार दिनांक 28 नवंबर 2026 को प्रातः 11 बजे तक के लिए स्थगित की जाती है.
मेरा सिर्फ ये कहना है, देश की अर्थव्यवस्था, देश की सुरक्षा से जुड़ा हुआ अडानी का 2300 करोड़ का प्रकरण है. इसमें गंभीर है. सरकार को जवाब.
Nothing is going on record. नहीं. The House stands adjourned to meet at 12 noon today.
आप जिस मुद्दों पे चर्चा करना चाहते हैं, उन सब मुद्दों पर चर्चा करने का पर्याप्त अवसर दिया जाएगा. मेरा आपसे आग्रह है कि आप अपने सीट पर जाकर बैठें. आपको पर्याप्त समय, पर्याप्त अवसर देंगे, हर विषय पर देंगे, लेकिन ये गतिरोध का तरीका ठीक नहीं है. मैं आपको पर्याप्त समय, पर्याप्त अवसर हर मुद्दे पे दूंगा. आप सदन चलाना चाहते हैं, चर्चा करना चाहते हैं, सदन की कार्रवाई आज 12 बजे तक के लिए स्थगित की जाती है.
Now, Mallikarjun Kharge had called for a meeting of India Bloc in his chambers, saying that सब लोग साथ में मिलेंगे and we will ensure that Parliament is halted till such time that DOJ is discussed. And Trinamool Congress, Mamata Banerjee said nothing doing. हमको नहीं आने का इसमें. Now there are two schools of understanding. I will leave it to you for your good judgment. You see, a parliament is, like I told you, the temple of our democracy. A parliament is a place where we discuss, debate, where we, our representative, discuss, debate and formulate laws for us. Parliament today, thanks to Rajya Sabha TV and Lok Sabha TV and all that, also is a tool to let the entire country know कौन कितने पानी में है, who is doing what has the government done, what are the ministries doing, what have they achieved, what have they not achieved. That too is a function of the Parliament. A common man today understands what is happening in the Parliament. Now the fact is, what happens if the Parliament is disrupted? What happens if there is no work done in the Parliament? You know who benefits the most? The government benefits the most, because the government continues with whatever they want to do. Is this opposition? Is this how you oppose? Okay. What Trinamool says is that, Baba, listen, you know what? Adani we are also opposing. We are not saying that we are not opposing Adani, but Trinamool says that, Baba, let us sit and talk. Because it is not just Adani, we want to discuss Manipur. It is not just Manipur, we want to discuss the Manrega wages that has not been paid to West Bengal. It is not just Manrega wages, there are so many other issues that we would like to discuss. So let us sit, let us discuss, and let us also discuss Adani and DOJ. DOJ is Department of Justice. They are saying let us do that. Because end of the day, if you don't discuss, what are you achieving? By disrupting the parliament, what are you achieving? By coming in the morning and in half an hour going home, what are you achieving? What is the nation achieving? 20,000 odd crores spent on the parliament, that the new Central Vista. 20,000 crores, our money spent. And for what? For dharna? For what? To disrupt the parliament. That's the point number one. The point number two, anyway our parliament was kind of disregarded. Anyway our parliament was degenerating. Like I told you before, our parliament was degenerating. Till 2024, we saw bills being passed in 11 minutes and 4 minutes and 3 minutes and 2 minutes. Bills came, passed, went. Bills came, passed, went. No debate, no discussion, no parliamentary board, nothing. The concept of parliament was completely disregarded, destroyed. The concept of debate, understanding what the opposition wants, defending what the government has delivered or is proposing, this concept didn't exist. The powerful government used to say, ये है, मांगता है, नहीं मांगता है, चल छोड़ो यार, हमारा ही पास हो जाएगा, पास हो गया. That was it. 4 minutes, bill passed, gone. You like it, you don't like it. What debate? If that is the case, you know what happens? Technically it is correct, because a government which has a brutal number, and that point in time, NDA had that brutal number of, just passing any bills. The government passing bills like this makes this not a democracy, but a majoritarianism government. Whatever the majority thinks, what will happen. That is very different to the form of democracy. Democracy is where every community, every group, every caste, creed, socio-economic classification is represented. There is a point of view. Their point of view is heard. If you don't hear point of views, you will only take decisions for people who have the power. Majoritarianism is nothing close to democracy. Let us be very clear and let us be very well defined in our brain that majoritarianism and democracy are two different things, two separate things. Let us not mix them at all. What was happening till 2024 was absolute brute majoritarianism. The government wants, it happens. End of story. Whether the opposition likes it, whether the opposition doesn't like it, whether the opposition is for it, whether the opposition has a point of view, whether the opposition doesn't have a point of view, to hell with it. That was majoritarianism. 2024, we thought that it is changed. There was some level of strength that the opposition had in the house. But is this how the opposition is using that strength? By not allowing the house to function. And if they do this, if they continue to do this, do you think that this will help us or this will harm us? You see, we have been questioning, we have been talking about, is Adani India? Matlab, everything is Adani. Adani is being spoken more than a farmer who committed suicide in India. Adani is spoken more than a middle class of India. Adani is spoken more than an unemployed youth of India. Adani is spoken more than an MSME owner of India who is languishing. Adani is spoken more. Entire mind space, entire media space, entire parliament space, all going to Adani, which means Adani is India. India is Adani. Isn't that what it is? Now, the parliament where all these subjects have to be discussed, that too is stalled because of one person, Adani. How you discuss Adani, but also discuss other things. Unemployment, MSMEs, economy, our GDP. Discuss all these things. We had a very bad GDP this time around. Who will be discussing those issues? Adani. That's it. Point number 3. Point number 4. You see, you know what is an opposition? An opposition functions at 2 levels. One, in the parliament. And you know what? The most powerful form of opposition is on the streets with the people and, taking the people along. That is how opposition functions. You see, our opposition currently, a lot of things are happening. A lot of things happened. But we never found our opposition on the streets. We never found our opposition on the streets fighting for the rights of the people. That we didn't find. No opposition leaders did a dharna in Mumbai saying that why is Adani not investigated. They are sitting in the comfort of the 20,000 crore Central Vista Parliament, putting their legs up and then saying we are cutty, we are not going to allow this thing to function so that we can have more time and we will go back home and we will enjoy ourselves. The protest is happening in an air-conditioned environment because possibly outside, now even the weather is cold. Maybe earlier on it was hot outside and our opposition may not want to kind of sweat it out. I am amazed as to why our opposition is never found on the streets. Why is our opposition never found on the streets? Why don't we see dharnas? Why don't we see protest? Why don't we see protest outside Mantralaya, outside Parliament House? Why don't we see protest? That's what the opposition is supposed to do. Protest. Sweat it out. Be with the people. Organize the people. Inform the people. Gather people. Help people rally around them and then talk, put their issues on ground. And that happens from ground. That is not seen. That is not seen. What Rahul Gandhi and Congress should not forget is if Congress and Rahul Gandhi has got the image that they have is only because of on-ground activity. It is the Bharat Jodo Yatra that got catapulted Rahul Gandhi to what he is today. It is the Bharat Jodo Yatra that catapulted Congress to whatever it is today. I won't say what it is today, whatever it is today. But unfortunately, there is no other leader except for Rahul Gandhi, or now I don't even see Rahul Gandhi doing that, who can actually go down on ground. K.C. Venugopal that K.C. Venugopal I don't even think has seen ground. It's either in his car or in an air-conditioned office. So there you have no presence. On ground with the people, no presence. Wherever you have been elected, you are put into parliament and you disrupt the parliament. A parliament where you could put your point. Parliament where you could put your debate. A parliament where you could put your point of view. Now, before I end, a lot of you all may ask me that, listen, deta nahi hai to kya karega? Speaker allow nahi karta hai to kya karega? Speaker. You see, the first session of parliament, the way Rahul Gandhi handled it.
मैं रिलीफ कैंप में गया, एक औरत कांपती हुई रोती हुई मुझे कहती है कि मैंने अपनी आंखों के सामने, हाँ मैं औरतों की बात कर सकता हूं,
एक भाई
मैं कर सकता हूं,
एक भाई एक कर्तव्य निभा रहा है।
आप अपने संगठन में महिलाओं को नहीं डालते हो मगर मैं औरतों की बात कर सकता हूं। The question is not how efficiently the house is run. The question is how much of India's voice is being allowed to be heard in this country. So the idea that you can run the house efficiently by silencing the voice of the opposition is a non-democratic idea. मैं ये फोटो समझाना चाह रहा हूं सर, इसमें ये जो बजट का जो हलवा है सर, ये बट रहा है और इस फोटो में सर मुझे एक ओबीसी अफसर नहीं दिख रहा, एक आदिवासी अफसर नहीं दिख रहा, एक दलित अफसर नहीं दिख रहा मुझे। ये हो क्या रहा है सर? सर देश का हलवा बट रहा है सर और इसमें 73% का एक है ही नहीं। सर ये आप लोग हलवा खा रहे हो। हिंदुस्तान के जो स्टूडेंट्स हैं उनको हम जॉइंट मैसेज देना चाहते थे। हाँ दें, आप सुनिए जॉइंट मैसेज देना चाहते थे ऑपोजिशन और सरकार के साइड से कि इस मुद्दे को हम जरूरी मानते हैं और इसीलिए हमने सोचा था कि आज स्टूडेंट्स की रिस्पेक्ट करने के लिए हम नीट पर डिस्कशन करें। ये रिश्ता देख लीजिए,
यस प्लीज पोस्टर माननीय
ये देखिए
सदस्य
पब्लिक में है सर। नहीं स्पीकर सर, वो फोटो है सर, वो पोस्टर नहीं है।
आप वरिष्ठ सदस्य हैं,
प्राइम मिनिस्टर की फोटो है सर, उसमें
नियम में
बहुत
नहीं है,
उनका
आप
अच्छा चेहरा
सदन ने
दिख
नियम
रहा है।
बनाया है।
I thought the change was on. The way he handled it, the way he dominated that parliament, same speaker, no? Same member of the parliament, so nothing has changed, na? It is all the same, na? If he could handle it then, why can't he handle it now? If he could make his mark then, why can't he make his mark now? If he could prove his point then, why can't he prove his point now? Why take this easy way out? And why take this wrong way out? This time around, I think I support Mamata Banerjee when she says that, listen, all this happens, but let's start discussion, because it's not just Adani. There is Manipur to discuss. There is youth to discuss. Lot more subjects to discuss. Manrega to discuss. That's a very valid argument. And I think the opposition should see some merit in that. Till I see you next time, that's tomorrow for my 1000th episode. My 1000th episode. So, let's meet you tomorrow at 10. Namaskar.
Stay ahead with our cutting edge news app. Instantly access the latest shorts in just 1 minute and breaking news in just 50 words. Download now for a smarter, faster news experience.